the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here with OP Grand National Super Speedway Series. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is KR Stolfus. Tonight's race is the Tona Night by Duane. Duane Corbett out there qualifying right now. Number 9 gonna flash across the line, and he ends up in 5th place. Good qualifying effort by Duane. 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. trying to top Gabe Butler. Butler laying down a 48.81, fastest lap time so far. Les Levy in second with a 48.86. Sun setting here at Daytona, and it is going to be a hot one all night long, as this is the final race in the round of 16. Crosby Jr. 48.80 now sits atop the pole. John McCara in the 71 moves up into 8th place. The 14, no Presta. Vicente Guerrero, the Italian stallion himself, out there qualifying. Got about a minute and a half left in qualifying. Just a few more drivers out on the track. 24 drivers have taken a lap time, and Vicente Guerrero on the clock in the 14. John Guerrero in the 59 out there to qualify as well. And the final driver out there who has not yet taken a lap time, that is the 99 of Alex Giffen. Looks like Shane Posey, Lynn McNeese, and Chris Jordan electing not to qualify as the 99 goes across the line. Alex Giffen in the 21st spot. 25 drivers taking a time, make it 27 in total, as Vicente Guerrero going to flash across the line, and Guerrero at the last second, new pole speed 48.78, flat out got it done in the closing moments of qualifying. With that being said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Drivers are on the grid, and that means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup. So let's get right into it. 30-car field here tonight, and on row number 1 with a quick time at 48.789, Vicente Guerrero in the 14. To the outside, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Row number 2 going to be the 88 of Gabe Butler. The 44 of Anthony English. Row number 3, Everett Lane in the 24, and the 04 of Mark Mann. Les Levy and Dustin Logston make up row number 4. Row number 5, John Guerrero and Zach Fritsch. Row 6, Sean McCara in the 71. To his outside, that is none other than Gerry Bergeron. Row 7 will be Rick Sanchez in the 5, and tonight's race patron, the 9 of Duane Corbett. Row number 8, Dave Hunt in the 53, and Eric Lorey in the 071. Row number 9, Casey Gilchrist and the 43 of Dana Shepard. Row number 10, Nick Wing and Nate Warren. Row 11 will be Harold Rothery and Jeff Crosby Sr. Row 12, Alex Giffen and Ron Walters. Row number 13, David Overstreet and Derek Donna. Row 14, Andy Brigante and Shane Posey. Our last 2 spots here tonight, that will be the 84 of Lynn McNeese and the 78 of Chris Jordan. The field doubled up. The 14 and the 33 going to lead the field to the first green flag tonight. Pace car down and away. The 14 and the 33 have the green flag, and away we go. Side by side into turn number 1. On in the backstretch, so far so good. Everyone looking calm, cool, collected as they try to get up to speed. Gabe Butler in the 88 pushing on the 14. They make their way through 3 and 4. The 88 going to maybe clear the 33, moves up in front of him. And the 88 going to try and lead this lap. Here they come, lap number 1. Going to be led by the 88 of Gabe Butler. to Butler. Now moves down to the inside. And the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. once again leading in the second lane. Right behind the 33, that is the 44 of Anthony English. And now the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. has the advantage. The inside line tough to beat through the corners. Outside lane seems to gain momentum down the straightaway. Zach Fritsch, big wiggle coming off of turn number 4. Fritsch going to try and settle it back down. So as the lead continues to be swapped back and forth at the back of the field, the 43 of Dana Shepard. Shepard losing a few spots, 12 to be exact, to tuck in behind the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Dana Shepard, one of the drivers that has dropped to the tail of the field. Riding on board with the 43. He is behind Lynn McNeese. They work their way through 1 and 2 and onto the backstretch. That Fritsch down below the yellow line. Looks like he's going to drop to the tail as well. Looks like we're trying to get the third lane going. Only one car up there right now. Pete Warren in the 16 on the outside of the 04 of Mark Mann. Fastest lap of the race right now going to the 83 of Shane Posey, turning a 44.73. Shane Posey laying down a heater. We're coming around to start lap number 8. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, the 33 and the 88 door to door. Nate Warren in the 16 has been cycling around in the third lane by himself, slowly gaining some ground. Now he's got some help up there. The 16 of Nate Warren and the 1 of Gerry Bergeron gonna try and make it to the front of the field in the third lane. So the third lane stalling out just a little bit, but they continue to battle it out. Second lane is really kind of fizzled out as well. A lot of drivers getting down on the bottom here. 30 drivers separated by just under 3 seconds, 2.79 as they cross the line from the first place to 30th place. Nate Warren slotting in behind the 81 of Dustin Logston. Looks like for the moment our field has settled in, but we're getting close to a round of green flag pit stops. Let's take a moment and look at our point standings as they come into tonight's race. Gabe, Butler, and Vicente Guerrero locking themselves into the round of 8 with a win. F. Crosby Jr. plus 23 points above the cut line. Duane Corbett just outside, 3 points below. Very tight battle at the cut line. Lynn McNeese, Duane Corbett, Lorey, Mark Mann, Dustin Logston, Everett Lane, those guys all having a shot at making it in, but man, it can only take 8. Gabe Butler out of shape, a little bit of contact. And some left front damage to the 81 of Dustin Logston. We'll see if that is going to slow him up any. But man, that was a big moment on the front stretch. Somehow we sorted out, we stayed green. Now the field making its way onto the front stretch. Just 5 cars in the second lane. Everyone else down on the bottom waiting for the call to come in to hit pit road. Crosby Jr. slicing down in front of the 88 of Gabe Butler. Now just 4 cars in the second lane. So far, no takers for pit road, but we're coming up on lap 16. I think we'll see these guys hit pit road about lap 18. We're down to just 3 cars at the lead here in the second lane. Zach Fritsch in the 12 and in the second lane trying to make up some ground. Coming from the back, trying to work his way forward here in the closing laps of this fuel run. He in the 78 of Chris Jordan. Making some noise in that second lane. A long train of cars. We got one going up towards the wall. That is a 46 of David Overstreet. Looks like he gathered it back in, but chased that car all the way up. Well, he brushed the wall. Not sure what happened there, but causing a little bit of a separation between the two packs now. Here comes our first group of drivers onto pit road. One of them, Everett Lane, out in the grass. Everett Lane, wild entry onto pit lane. Let's back that up and see if we can figure out what happened to the 24 of Everett Lane. And Everett just not able to get it slowed down in time. The pit stops underway. Everett Lane, unsafe entry onto pit road. Here comes a large group of drivers onto pit lane. The 53 of Dave Hunt going to stay out. Now the 62 of Les Levy off into the grass. Problems for Vicente Guerrero. A wild entry here under green flag pit stops. Everett Lane down and away finally after serving a 40-second penalty. So the 53 of Dave Hunt remains the only driver to not make a pit stop. So he tries to stretch this as far as he can. So the 53 overshoots his box. Nate Warren leads everyone who has made a pit stop. Here comes the pack to try and swallow him up. 4 drivers in total with speeding penalties. Vicente Guerrero, Rick Sanchez, Les Levy, and Everett Lane. It's the 33 and the 88 flash right on by and will take over the race lead. So the 33 and the 88 resume the battle that they have had for most of the race. This time it is nose to tail. Von Walters on the pit road. New fast lap of the race. Nick Wing in the 7.48. No, actually, it's in the 21. But Nick Wing has the fastest lap of the race at a 44.58. And the first yellow of the night going to come out. That is going to save Vicente, Guerrero, Rick Sanchez, and Everett Lane as they were in danger of going a lap down. One of Gerry Bergeron seems to have had an issue. Duane Corbett, Anthony English. Two separate issues at the exact same time. The 44 and the 04 get together. Gerry Bergeron makes contact towards the back. Almost like an alarm went off and the sleeper cells turned into each other. Take another look here. Very wild having two separate incidents at exact same time. Looks like the field gonna split. Majority of the drivers came down pit road. But almost a 50-50 split. The long pit stops for Anthony English, Mark Mann, Les Levy, Eric Lorey, Dana Shepard. Drivers trying to hammer out some damage. I believe with this yellow, we're going to only end up with Ron Walters not on the lead lap. So those speeding penalties that got handed out, seems that only one driver going to suffer from that, and that is Ron Walters. Everyone else going to escape severe penalty. Walters gonna have to dig out of this hole. The good news is right now he is the only car not on the lead lap. And here in about 10 laps, we're gonna come to the end of the stage. So if Walters just plays it safe, keeps his nose clean, when we get to the end of the stage, he will get the free pass. All right, here we go. Pace car. Drop into the infield. Our first yellow flag of the night is done and over with, and we get back into it. 16 jumping out ahead just a little bit. The 33 waiting for some help to get to his back bumper. Zach Fritsch just a little bit slow right there. So the second lane falls back, and now the 33 going to blend in. Nate Warren in the 16, trying to lead this field. The 88 of Gabe Butler battling on the inside. Butler leading that lap. As the field works lap 29 of 35 here in the first half of the race. And the second yellow flag is going to come out. This time it looks like David Overstreet. Making a jaunt through the grass. Not sure what brought this on, but here we go. Let's take a look. Zach Fritsch in trouble. And I wonder if maybe the 12 blew an engine. We can't back that up just a little bit more. Zach Fritsch, trouble down the back stretch, bringing out the yellow flag. We'll see who comes down pit road, but with just a few laps left in this stage, I don't think we'll see many takers. 88 of Gabe Butler peels off. Ron Walters flashing by. Walters getting back on the lead lap. That will put all 30 drivers back into this race. Lights go out. We get ready to go racing once again, try to end this stage. So the field down the backstretch, we get ready to go racing as they work their way through 3 and 4. 2 yellow flags slowed us down. Back to back, very close yellow flags. Stage 1 about to end. Here we go. Pace car gets out of the way. And Nate Warren in the 16 grabs some throttle and we get back into it. Down the backstretch, the 16 going to try and make this car as wide as possible. Nate Warren not locked in as the round of 8. He is above the cut line, but not locked in. Stage win would go a long way for the 16. Here we go, 3 wide. Casey Gilchrist in the 29. Up on the 3rd lane. Yellow flag going to come out. Casey Gilchrist, Duane Corbett coming in late. 16. Nate Warren going from the race lead to spinning into the infield, into the stage. So it looks like the stage win going to go to the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. So we'll get a word in with the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. just as soon as he is done with his pit stop. Number 33 down and away. Let's get a word in with our stage winner, Jeff Crosby Jr. How you doing, bud?
Hey, buddy. I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I can't complain. I'll tell you what, that was a wild finish to the stage.
Yeah, it was. I don't really know what happened on the third line there, but as soon as I cleared low, I just saw everybody behind me go. So, a little unfortunate because Dad was part of that. But, yeah, stage win. I mean, that really kind of locks me in. I feel like I think I was plus 23, so that, now I can just kind of run how I want and maybe help some people that are on the cut line or whatever that's running my team chat tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the stage win, giving you 10 more points, padding that cushion just a little bit. What do you think it's going to take to win this race here tonight?
Honestly, just stay up front. Try to stay up front and avoid everything. I think we'll probably have one more green flag pit stop as long as no cautions come out. So we'll be able to save some fuel here and try to get back up in the top 4 and hopefully choose the right lanes, make a run, and win the race.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you in that regard. A great opening stage for you, and now you got the next half of the race to get through, so keep that nose clean and we'll see how it goes for you.
Heck yeah, man. Hopefully we can talk to you here later on in about 30 more laps.
All right. Good luck to you in the rest of the race.
Thanks, buddy.
That is Jeff Crosby Jr., driver of the 33, our stage winner. So the lights have gone out on the pace car. Get this out of the way. On the front row for this restart, Shane Posey in the 83 and the 53 of Dave Hunt, the 62 of Les Levy, and the 43 of Dana Shepard. Lynn McNeese and John Guerrero will make up row number 3 for the restart. All 30 drivers still in this race, all 30 drivers on the lead lap. Green flag is out and we get back after it. 83 and the 53 door to door as they dash off for turn number 1. Very disorganized start. No one really pushing efficiently. Now they get formed up down the back stretch. Side by side, the 83 and the 53. This battle might settle itself out with one of these guys coming away as a clear leader, but so far they continue to run door to door. Duane Corbett in the 9 and Vicente Guerrero in the 14. Falling up back, losing the draft. Heavy damage for the 9. Has him really slowed up. Looks like the 14 of Vicente Guerrero trying to stay with him and push him. Corbett came in just 3 points below the cut line, so he is definitely in trouble of not making it into the next round. Got a group of 3 cars here, the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr., the 24 of Everett Lane, in the 99 of Alex Giffen. These guys have a little bit of damage on their race car. Like they're not quite able to keep pace with the rest of the field. Harold Rothery in the 6 got some damage as well. He's starting to lose the draft. So the race has taken its toll on some of these guys, and they will be hoping for another yellow to work on their race cars. Meanwhile, the battle at the front getting hot. The 88 of Gabe Butler trying to make something happen in the third lane. The 13 of Andy Regante on his back bumper. Contact. Les Levy gets shuffled down below the yellow line. He's going to blend back in. And the 4th yellow flag coming out. Andy Brigante finding trouble. Let's see what happened here. A little bit of an accordion effect. Eric Boyer around. Everyone piling in, a big stack up. A lot of cars getting caught up in this one. Nick Wing, Nate Warren, David Overstreet. Ron Walters in the 10. Anthony English getting a piece of it. So the fourth yellow flag of the night comes out. Looks like everyone going to be making their way down pit road. Nobody's staying out. Butler came down pit road but drove through pit lane without stopping in his box. So as the field comes around, we'll see if the 88 going to hit pit road. And Butler is going to peel off for pit lane. That will give the race lead to the 83 of Shane Posey. As the field is stacked up, the 83 and the 62 on the front row for this restart. Then John Guerrero and Derek Tona for row number 2. Stranger things have happened, but the 83 and the 62 might work together in this one to try and lead into turn number 1. Down the back stretch. '83 and the 62 door to door. Shane Posey and Les Levy continue to battle side by side as the field is up to full speed. Duane Corbett and Vicente Guerrero once again falling behind just a little bit. Problems for Everett Lane in the 24. Everett Lane disappearing off track. Now Everett Lane looks like he is going to go behind the wall essentially. And he might be the first driver out of this race. Going on board with Casey Gilchrist in the 29. Gilchrist tucked in behind the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Gabe Butler in the 88. Working the third lane, gaining some ground on the leaders. Rick Sanchez in the 5 carrying us around. The 12 of Zach Fritsch just ahead of him. Few damaged race cars losing some ground as well. That is Alex Giffen in the 99 and the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. David Overstreet in the 46 got some damage as well. He is lost the lead draft. So he continues to cycle around in 25th spot. Meanwhile, the front of the field, we see the 62 of Les Levy and the contact. Around goes Eric Lorey, big time trouble into turn 3. Derek Tona involved, Nate Warren involved. And our 5th yellow flag of the night coming out. On board with Nate Warren as he goes spinning. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened. We were 3 wide down the backstretch. Almost 4 wide, it looked like. Chris Jordan in the 78, kind of in the middle. 215 getting involved. As the field makes its way onto pit road, we can't take another look at it here. Chris Jordan in the 78, got a run, gave a bump. And that is going to send us under yellow. The yellow flag comes out. Les Levy in the 62 making his pit stop. And holds on to lead the race by winning race off of pit road. Few drivers enter pit road at the last chance that they get. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to stack them up 2 by 2. All right, so they make their way down the back stretch. 15 laps to go. Will be 14 when they take the green flag. Everyone from here should have enough fuel to make it to the end. Pace car pulls in. And here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Down to 14 laps to go. Everett Lane has rejoined the race. He is 4 laps down. That will put all 30 drivers back on track. 29 of them on the lead lap. It looks like drivers who are holding on to those fast repairs have used them. Three wide down the backstretch. Les Levy, Shane Posey, and Nate Warren. Warren involved in multiple incidents today. Hasn't given up. And now Nate Warren in the 16 takes over the race lead. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Now using the third lane for his own advantage. So 3 wide off of turn number 4. McCarran a little bit wiggly off turn 4. Nate Warren in the 16, surging ahead, jumps up to the middle lane. The 62 of Les Levy gonna pull alongside of him. Our lead lap cars right now. First 24 separated by 1.7 seconds. Harold Rothery in the 6, falling back. Currently in 25th. Further back, that is the 04 of Mark Mann. Duane Corbett, John Guerrero, and Vicente Guerrero make up the tail end of our lead lap cars. We're down to 10 laps to go. The battle at the front of the field is 3 wide. Things get tight in the tri-oval. Can we finish this race out? 9 laps to go. Can they drive 9 laps, 3 wide? I bet they can as they come thundering down the backstretch. Keep your eye on your gauges, boys. Nobody needs to pop an engine when it's this tight. On board with the 88 of Gabe Butler. As there's trouble up ahead, contact. Butler on the binders. Looks like he got it slowed down in time. And so our 6th yellow flag comes out with less than 10 laps to go. The 88 of Gabe Butler able to carry us through that without an incident. Good heads up driving by the 88. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Heavy impact for Lynn McNeese. '15 of Jeff Crosby Sr., another scratch in the paint of that race car. McNeese just pancaking that car on the passenger side. So some more torn up race cars. We'll see who's going to come down pit road and try and work out kinks in the body. A lot of drivers on the pit road trying to hammer out all the damage that they got. A lot of long pit stops here. We're out of fast repairs and at the end of the race. Lights are out. on the pace car. Field stacked up. All right, the pace car going to get out of our way. And we're going to get back into it. Nate Warren, Dave Hunt lead this field to the green flag. 16 and the 5 get a good jump. Sanchez all over the back bumper of Nate Warren. And once again, the yellow flag comes back out. The 81 of Dustin Logston. Logston, a little bit of damage on his race car. Gerry Bergeron involved as well. Take a look here and see. 3 wide into the corner. Big wiggle out of the 10 and then ping-ponging around. 81 going for a spin. Duane Corbett trying to get back onto the racetrack. Very few takers coming on to pit road this time. The race is winding down to our first green-white checkered attempt. Nobody wants to give up that track position. Quite a few torn up race cars will be trying to limp across the start finish line. Lights should go out this time. And we're going to stack them up. On the front row for this restart, the 5 of Rick Sanchez and the 16 of Nate Warren. Dave Hunt in the 53 and the 88 of Gabe Butler make up row number 2. And row 3 for this restart going to be the 46 of David Overstreet and the 78 of Chris Jordan. Going behind the wall, calling it a night. That is the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. His night is done. Everett Lane still out there. Just a few laps down. He has not given up. He's going to continue on this fight. Pace car gets out of the way. Here we go. Green flag is out. First attempt at a green-white checkered. Sanchez and Warren side by side into the corner. Field making its way through 3 and 4, looking for that white flag. Onto the front stretch, Sanchez trying to pick up his first win this season. Here we go, final lap, one more time around. Eric Lorey in trouble, around goes Alex Giffen. But the battle for the race lead remains with the 16 of Nate Warren and the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Down the back stretch, here comes the 88 of Gabe Butler. Butler has the advantage. When does he drop to the inside? Does he clear the 16? Nate Warren trying to punch his ticket into the round of 8. Here they come off of turn number 4, heading for the trioval. The 16 of Nate Warren at the line will pick up the race win. Gabe Butler second, and Rick Sanchez rounding out your podium finishing drivers. Nate Warren in the 16. For the first time this season, will be in victory lane. Joins Vicente Guerrero and Gabe Butler as the 3 drivers who lock into the round of 8. as the 16 begins his celebration. Let's take a look at our race results. Nate Warren, Gabe Butler, Rick Sanchez, your podium finishing drivers. Chris Jordan and Dave Hunt will round out your top 5. Sixth goes to Nick Wing. Seventh is David Overstreet. Derek Tona fishing in 8th. John Guerrero 9th. And rounding out the top 10, that is Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33. Shane Posey 11th. 12th goes to Les Levy. 13th place is Mark Mann. Harold Rothery 14th. 15th Gerry Bergeron. Casey Gilchrist 16th. 17th Sean McCarra. Dana Shepard in 18th spot. 19 is Dustin Logston. Anthony English 20th. 21st Lynn McNeese. Zach Fritsch 22nd. 23rd Andy Regante. Duane Corbett 24th. And 25th, our final spot on the lead lap, that is Ron Walters. Eric Lorey, Vicente Guerrero, Alex Giffen, Everett Lane, and Jeff Crosby Sr. make up the rest of our field here tonight. So let's get into our post-race interviews, and let's start with the driver of the 16. That is Nate Warren. Nate, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you, man. I'm psyched.
Man, it took all season, but the final race in the round of 16 belongs to you. You advance into the round of 8.
Man, I can't believe it. I feel like I haven't won in a year or two. It's my first win not in a truck. You know, I feel like this has been my best season on Mondays and Wednesdays. I've been running in the top 5 and been in position, and finally all worked out today, and I'm fired up.
Well, man, congratulations on the race win. That 16 looked fast. You had to get to the front of the field, but once you did, you survived a couple incidents, but man, that 16 looked fast all night long.
Yeah, I started 20th. I went from the back to the front, got wrecked at, the last lap of the stage, had to go to the back of the front, got wrecked again, had to go to the back to the front. And no problem for this number 16 Mobile One Toyota.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything else you'd like to add before we let you go?
Shout out to the big man upstairs. Shout out to my wife, Adrian, and our 3 kids. And shout out to my Toyota crew. And thanks, Gabe and Rick, for helping me get that win there.
All right, Nate. Once again, congratulations. Nice job.
Thanks, man.
That is Nate Warren, driver of the 16, advancing into the round of 8 with his race win. Now let's move on to our second place finisher. That is the driver of the 88, Gabe Butler. Gabe, congratulations on second place.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Man, that 88 battled at the front of the field all night long. We were on board with you as you had to take evasive action at one point throughout this race. And man, good job. You got through it without a scratch.
Yeah, I got lucky a few times there, but I mean, it is what it is in super speedways. Sometimes you look like a magician and sometimes you look like a clown.
Well, the 88 already secured into the round of 8. The second place gives you some momentum going into this round of 8. What else did you see happen out there in this race? Sure, I'm missing something.
Saw my teammates get destroyed a number of times, so they're kind of out of it now. So, but it is what it is. We'll just have to knuckle down and do our best in the next round here and see how far we can get. And just a shout out to Nate there. A good win on his part. Made all the right moves there at the end and got a great push from Rick. So props to old Nate there.
All right, man. Any other shout outs, thank yous you'd like to add?
Yeah, big shout out to OP and the admins, and of course Everett and Eric, who had dreadful luck tonight. But we'll see if we can bounce back next week, and maybe they can help me out a little bit. And of course, shout out to yourself up there in the booth, KR. Great job as usual, and we appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on second place. Nice job out there tonight.
Thanks, man.
Is Gabe Butler, driver of the 88, getting it done. Now let's move on to our third place finisher. That is the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Rick, congratulations on third place here tonight.
Thank you. I don't know how I got there because seemed like I got in all this stuff tonight, but also dodged some stuff. So.
Had quite a few torn up race cars at the end of this one, but that 5 was able to survive everything and come away with that third place finish, man. Your fan club was going wild.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see Mom over there.
Well, man, tell me a little bit about your race, because you had the best point of view for it.
Like I said, I kind of just hanging out. You know, I'm not in the points race here. I was going to help some teammates if I could. And then dodged some stuff there at the end and ended up at the front. And I thought the best place was for Nate was to stay on the high side when he come back down in front of me. I thought, oh no, man, Gabe's going to have the advantage up there. And so I just put my head down and pushed as hard as I could. I wasn't going to let up, and I was able to get him in there.
Well, man, you bring it home in third place, so nice job. Final shout-outs, thank yous you'd like to add?
Just shout out to OP, shout out to Turn 3 Network, yourself, and your sponsors there, Premier, and shout out to the fam over there.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on third place.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
That is Rick Sanchez bringing it home in third place. Thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I hope to see you next week as we begin our first race in the round of 8. That one taking place next week, actually. So we are down to the final 2 races. This season almost over. So until next week, y'all stay safe. Have a great night.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today and